be Larry Downs, and Michael McCormick has relinquished his time to you, and Kirk Wade has released his time to you.
All right. I'm Larry Downs, Jr., 12156, Havburg Drive, Pensacola, Florida. There's been a lot of talk from the citizens and from the attorneys, Mr. George Meade and Mr. William Dunaway. Sorry about that. My writing's bad. Anyways, this, that master plan is nothing more than a guideline, just like the sector plan and everything else. If there is absolutely zero leeway with these plans, then I don't think we're in the United States of America. We have to have flexibility in anything we do. This was purchased from Mr. Meade's client, from what I understand, and possibly even Seafair. Okay. Do you represent the one that has the access across the street? Sundown. All right. Well, anyways, I'm sure Sundown Riverside is involved with this in some manner, because they have access to the People's Beach that we were forced to purchase. Now, if it was up to me, I'm more of a freedom person. Get your own access. And that's, matter of fact, this is not political for me. At the time of all of this going down, I was actually at the commission meetings arguing with the guy that I supported, Douglas Underhill, County Commissioner, District 2. I was arguing with him about acquisitioning more property. I said, y'all do more harm than good. Hence, look what we have here. All of this money and time being wasted. So I was arguing against acquisitioning more property. But this property was purchased with the slated use as habitat conservation and public beach access. You can't change that fact. Now, if you force us to buy something with our money, and it's all our money, grant money is our money. Pretty sure we all pay federal taxes in here. That money was purchased with federal grant money, which I don't even like the word grant. That should be federal tax money and local tax money. So it was forced upon us. Now don't let one single county commissioner change the slated use that we were told the purchase was going to be made. Now, if these people, they want it. The majority of the people want this beach access. There's no reason why it shouldn't be made. And maybe some of these people want to go out there and see the beach mouse. But I can tell you from my personal experience with with D2 Commissioner, he believes this is a rat. And he laughs about it. And we've done it while we worked out together. This is nothing more than a ploy to direct business to some of his campaign contributions, which are the developers, or some of them, and to get paid back for the campaign contributions that came from some of the condo owners adjacent across the street for him to keep this from being public access. And I'm pretty sure that the emails were made public here. It took some people some time to get it. I wasn't involved in getting it. But this is from Douglas Underhill. We are rapidly facing a closing window on the ability to buy beachfront land. So we don't even know if we're going to be able to buy anymore, and he knows it. Let's open what we have. Land to ensure access to the water for all. A climbing market, the asking price always outstrips the appraisals, putting us in a tight crunch due to our foolish rules. That's from our D2 County Commissioner. Now, whenever you're talking about foolish rules, he is. Of course they're foolish. We have too many of them. Now we're in a conundrum. These people, or for these attorneys and who they represent. They want the benefit of the people owning that property without Joe Public being denied access to it. And I don't blame them. If I lived next to it, maybe I wouldn't want Joe Public there either. But then again, if they wanted it for their own private use, then they should have purchased it themselves for $3.1 million. Douglas says, he also says, I was disappointed to find that the effort to sell the old Sundowner property to Seafarer as habitat conservation piece turned out to be impossible. This property cannot be used for both habitat protection and beach access. That's simply untrue. Of course it can. He says, it is not suitable for beach access because there is no suitable support structure of commercial properties that would be needed to support the day visitors. Well, that's ridiculous. There's a commercial property right next door. And why would you want to concentrate the entire public into one area unless you are trying to drive business to certain individuals? Why wouldn't you want them more spread out? I mean, traffic-wise and everything. This is just simply a farce. And I believe the threat of a lawsuit is a bluff. And let them spend their money. We've already been forced to spend our money. Let's spend more. This is about doing the right thing for the people. If you force us to buy something, use it for what you say you're going to use it for. That's the reason why the overwhelming support of the commissioners are to open this beach. There's only one that's against it, and isn't it amazing that lots of campaign contributions were made his way? Now, I didn't come on board with this until about 5 weeks ago. So he can't say it's political with me. I supported him. I purchased signs. I went and made videos, all kinds of stuff, until I seen that these lies were made public. And I told these people here who are kind of crazy, and I'm crazy, I said, y'all show me the smoking gun, and I will get on board with what's right. They showed me the smoking gun, which was Douglas calling our citizens, Randy Cudd, a liar for simply asking a question. Were you entertaining selling a portion of that property to Seafarer? Liar. That was Douglas's response. It's on video. It's on YouTube. Was there an offer made? Liar. If you listen to his voice, it is disturbing to say the least. That's why I had to change my position. I don't want a Democrat. Now I don't even want a Republican. I'm fed up with these lies. I'm fed up with this two arms of the same body, all trying to manipulate us. And under the guise of protecting a mouse, he has no respect for that mouse, in my opinion, from my personal conversations with him. And neither does most of the people in this community. It's a way to manipulate development. I mean, I'm sure there's people that love them. And why not give the people an opportunity to go down there to that beach access and look at those beach mouses? I mean, what better way, if you're going to be a protector of the beach mouse, than to give the public an opportunity to see them in their natural habitat from a protected area? This whole plan that they have designed is going to protect that beach mouse, which I'm not even for. It's a rodent. I'm a realist. It's a rodent. Come on. We could put 1,000 beach mouses out there of all types just because it's got a small strand, but that's another argument. We should move forward with this. I have a lot more, but thank you. I would love some questions by the attorneys. That would give me more time.
No questions, Mr. Larry.
Hold on just a sec. I did bring my Constitution book, so next time I'll bring some for everybody.
Yes, sir. One little piece of housekeeping. I don't know how this affects it going forward. Not an attorney, thank goodness. I believe Mr. Downs was saying this email he's referring to, it must have come through someone's public records request.
It did.
I just wanted to point out that hasn't been submitted to evidence, so at this point, it's him saying what someone else said. So just kind of keep that in mind.
You can keep that in mind as hearsay. That's fact.
Wait, just a second. Any questions from the board, Mr. Downs? Do the attorneys desire to cross? Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you much. I hope y'all.
Dean.